Hi Aries, welcome to your 2022 love and romance reading. Can you believe it? Wow. We're going to connect and we're going to see what messages are coming up for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus sign when it comes to love and romance, so I always incorporate the Venus energy as well when I'm doing love readings. So this is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm setting the intention for January 2022, but you're going to find this message whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. So as always, keep in mind these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up for you. So the first card coming up is the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands comes in with different layers, okay? One layer is Nine of Wands can come in to answer the question, how much longer, right? So if you've been dealing with a situation and you're like, how much longer is it going to be this way? Or how much longer until the next thing or my person comes in? Nine of Wands says you are right at the threshold, right? 10 is completion. 10 is like done. So you're at 9 out of 10. It's very close. Don't give up. Hang on. This can come in to answer that question as far as timing sometimes. Now, another layer of the Nine of Wands is we might be feeling really frustrated and very uncertain or very unsure about letting somebody in. And what this could be for a lot of you Aries is I feel there are some of you, and even if you're in a relationship, you might be dealing with this situation. You may be with somebody already, and you're dealing with the same thing as a single Aries, in the fear of letting somebody in, right? Maybe you haven't completely and totally handed over your heart because you've been disappointed, you've been let down. You know, you've had people that have really kind of left you with these negative experiences, and you're afraid of repeating the past. Nine of Wands can come up when we're really scared to let somebody in. And that can be happening in a relationship. It could be happening as a single person, and you just don't even know if you want to put yourself out there or get to know somebody. For some reason, I feel there's a level of persistence here. Where maybe it's like you've kind of made a decision that you weren't going to let people in to a certain extent, and you might be dealing with someone who's really persistent or like tiring you down. Like they just don't want to give up on Aries. Like they're just going to keep trying. They're just going to keep trying. And you might be like, okay, well maybe I should just let this person in. Well, I've said this in previous readings, in other situations. Persistence doesn't equal readiness. Just because somebody is persistent, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily ready to love you the way that you need to be loved or to give you what you need. And sometimes when somebody's really persistent, we think, oh, okay, well then they must really love us, or they must really want us, or, you know, surely they're going to do the right thing since they've been so persistent. And that's not always the case. The Nine of Wands tells you that you don't have to be scared about who to let in and who not to let in. You already know from your experience. Every single one of these wands is someone who came at this poor guy and started issues with him. And he was able to fight them, to take their little stick away, and put it in the ground behind him as like this token of victory. Right? Now, we see he got hurt in the process. He's got this bandage around his head. He's not without injury, but he's still standing. He's still alert. He still has a lot of fight left in him, and he can deal with that last battle. And he's a much stronger fighter because he's been through it 9 times before. The Nine of Wands tells you, Aries, that you don't have to be scared because you have experience on your side. There is absolutely positively nothing new under the sun that anybody can come at you with. Nothing. Every lie, every manipulation, every dirty little trick in the book. You've seen it. Been there, done that. You know it. You know it. So you can't be fooled. As long as you're keeping your eyes open, as long as you're paying attention to the red flags, you have nothing to fear. And Aries, pay attention when you meet people and you encounter people and you're like, oh, this really reminds me of that one ex who was always, cheating on me. Or this person really reminds me of that one cousin I had. They were always turning everybody against me and my family. They were always talking about me behind my back and they were starting problems. Pay attention to that. That's not being judgmental. That's your intuition picking up on the energy, picking up on the vibe and saying, oh, Aries, we've already been here. We've done this before. This is familiar energy. We've already been in this class. We've already learned this lesson. We don't need to do it again. So pay attention. If somebody is reminding you of a specific person, pay attention. Or situation, that is your intuition saying, hey, this is going to be another round of that. As long as you're paying attention to the red flags, as long as you're paying attention to people and situations that feel familiar to you, you're not going to let in the wrong people. The next card here, my darlings, is the Three of Cups. And Three of Cups can be engagements. It can be birth announcements. Some of you are becoming very close. You're right at the threshold of manifesting this. An engagement, a birth announcement. Three of Cups can also be finding a community of like-minded people. Don't give up on yourself. I feel like some of you are discouraged because you took certain steps in your life over the last 3 or 4 months that you really were like, oh, this is going to align me with the right people. I'm going to, meet the right person. Maybe even your intuition gave you a feeling or a vibe that you're going to meet somebody through this new career, or you're going to meet somebody through this relocation, or like your intuition led you to do something and you just felt in your heart, this is going to be the thing that's going to lead me to my person, and you did it, and you're like, okay, tumbleweeds and crickets, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. Or you felt a relationship was moving forward, and now you're like, okay, silence, I don't know what's going to happen next, I don't know where we're at. Three of Cups next to the Nine of Wands says that you are right at that threshold of that commitment, of that next step, of that next thing, of the cause for celebration. You're right there, right? 10 is done, 10 is home. You're at 9. You're almost there in this situation. Some of you are having a really hard time trusting and letting people in because of the feminine wound. I'm a Scorpio, okay? I love Aries. I don't have anything against Aries. One of my dearest, closest friends in the world is Aries. Somebody had commented one time that, oh, thank you for being nice to Aries in the readings, even though you're a Scorpio. I don't know if people say there's beef with Scorpio and Aries. I don't have beef with any Aries. But as a Scorpio, I like to go deep in situations. I like to analyze things. And because that's in my nature, sometimes spirit gets really deep in the message when I'm reading for people. And so Three of Cups, yes, it's a celebration. It's engagement, birth announcements, a community of like-minded people. But for me in my readings, Spirit has told me that Three of Cups sometimes comes up to indicate someone who is healing from the feminine wound. And the feminine wound is causing difficulties here in your love life. Like this is the root of certain relationship patterns that you've had, or challenges that you've had in love, or difficulty in letting somebody in and then not being able to get over it later when you need to get over it. So what is the feminine wound? The feminine wound can be an issue or wound that you have with your mother or mother figure. It could be that your mother or mother figure didn't protect you or didn't keep you safe, or you didn't feel safe around this person. Maybe they were overly critical. Maybe they were very mean. Maybe they just were not emotionally present, and they may have not been emotionally available, right? Maybe they suffered with addiction. Maybe they suffered with self-medication. Maybe they had a lot of pressures and challenges, and they couldn't really be there for you emotionally the way that you needed. And for some of you, you maybe felt more like the parent than your actual parents. And so what you didn't get from that maternal relationship left you with this feeling of like not being safe, not being secure, having difficulty receiving love, having difficulty feeling safe in receiving and opening up and receiving love. And so this needs to be healed. This needs to be healed. And so for some of you, those of you who are single especially, you might find that you're beginning to attract friendships, not relationships, not romantically. And this applies whether or not you're male or female, whether or not you are gay or straight. You may be finding yourself attracting friendships, not romantic in any way, not, physical in any way, but friendships with very high vibrational females. You might begin to notice that all of a sudden you're encountering women that you really respect, that you really admire, like they have your back, they're not being catty with you, they're like they're here to see you do well. And you're receiving this maternal healing through this woman or through these women who are coming in a really high vibrational way. And this is helping you heal. And this is aligning you with the path of being able to open up and to receive love. Okay? Those of you in an existing relationship, I feel you have challenges in this relationship. And I feel the challenges is that you're feeling that your person is not emotionally available. So there may be a time of coming in where this relationship is going to be healed, and you're going to be helped, and you're going to be guided by a high vibrational community of feminine energy, of women who are coming in and helping you, supporting you, giving you guidance, giving you good advice. This could be, you might be seeking out help or getting counsel from women in a spiritual group or in a church. But I feel like there's this healing energy coming in. There's this help. There's this support coming in. Like you're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. I'm here for you. And some of you just need to have a good long cry. And you're going to find that there's this Three of Cups energy, a feminine energy coming in and giving you that safe space to do that. To get it off of your chest. To release so that you can receive. The next card that's coming up here for Aries is the Lovers. And this is a major arcana card. Okay? Now, traditionally speaking, in a love reading, having the Lovers come up, this can indicate for some of you that you might be dealing with a Gemini. Okay? I will say this, it can get a little bit tricky. It could be Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, Gemini Venus. It doesn't necessarily have to be Gemini Sun. But you could be dealing with someone with a Gemini placement, and they're coming into the situation with that energy. I've used this example before. I used to do readings on an ongoing situation that involved a Taurus. And that Taurus would always show up as the Strength card, which would be seen as Leo, right? Well, this Taurus was a Leo moon, and he was coming into the situation from that place, from that part of himself. And if we had not known the placements, we would not have figured that out. So I just want to say, you might be like, oh, well, I don't know any Gemini. Don't let that throw you off. It could be Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have a Gemini placement, there can be a really big change or a really big shift happening for you in that area of your life that is improving your love life or opening the door to love. Now, it's a major arcana card. So for me, when I'm reading for two people and a major arcana card comes up, it tells me that you're going to be dealing with a significant soulmate. And that this is someone who has come into your life because you all have a contract. You all have an agreement that you were going to meet for a specific reason. This is especially true for those of you who are feeling like, you can't seem to get over a situation, or you seem to have a repeating situation within an existing relationship, or a repeating pattern in your love life. The Lover's card for me, the reason would be, right, because like the fact it's major arcana card tells me there's a contract. You guys agreed to meet for a specific reason. And then that same major arcana card tells me what the reason is. What is the purpose of the contract? What is the thing here that's bringing you together? The same major arcana card will answer that for me. So when I see the Lover's card, for me that this is a situation coming up to help you figure out what love is. One of the things that the Aries collective that's drawn to this video is here to learn in this lifetime is to figure out what love is and to have it. So you might be feeling really pulled towards love, and you might kind of struggle with that. There might be this part of you that's like, oh my gosh, Aries, you're being so weak. You shouldn't want love so bad. There's some kind of deficit inside you. You got to fix it. You got to be strong. You shouldn't feel this way. This desire for love that you're feeling, this longing for love that you're feeling, this pull towards love that you're feeling is because it's one of the things you came here to learn, and you came here to have the experience in this lifetime. It's kind of like inside of you is like, okay, this is one of my goals. This is one of my lessons here in this lifetime. But here's where it gets tricky. It's not going to look the same for every single person. You can ask 1,000 people what the perfect relationship is. You're going to get different answers. You can ask 1,000 people what love is. How do you know when somebody loves you? There might be some similarities, but there's going to be a lot of differences. And I'll give you an example. Somebody once told me, I think I married the wrong guy. He's amazing. He's really sweet. He's really good to me. I can't complain about him. But I just don't feel like we love each other because we don't text all day while we're at work. We're not constantly texting each other. We don't feel like we want to rush home at the end of the day and cuddle on the couch and watch TV and hold hands while we're sitting on the couch and, spend the whole weekend together. Like for this person, for them, love meant that you were just constantly in communication. You were constantly thinking about each other. You were constantly holding hands and touching each other and spending every free moment together, right? For me, that would drive me nuts. I love romance just as much as the next person, but I need space. I couldn't do that. That would drive me crazy. It's not my place to tell her, well, my dear, maybe that's not what love is. Maybe you need to change your viewpoint of what love is. Because I'm sure there's a ton of people out there that would love to have that kind of relationship with her, that share the same view. Love is not going to be the same for every single person. And this is what you need to figure out right now, Aries, is what is love for you? What is love to you? This person is coming in for you to figure that out. And some of you are confused because you feel in a lot of ways, I've manifested this person. This is everything that I want. But why am I not feeling secure? in this connection? Why am I not feeling secure in this relationship? Why do I, like this person is helping you figure out, yes, these are the things that you manifested, but it's not love for you. And this situation is happening so you can figure it out. Because right now, energetically, it's like the equivalent of walking into a restaurant and saying, I'm starving, bring me some food. The waiter's going to be like, okay, well, this is a restaurant. We have a lot of food. What kind of food would you like? I want good food. I want some good food. Just good food. Bring me food that's good. Okay, that doesn't narrow it down. Can you please give me a specific type of food? And you're like, just bring me a salad. I want salad. And that waiter says, okay. All right, what kind of salad? Salad, I just want salad. Why are you asking me so many questions? Just go bring me a salad, right? There's a million kinds of salad. That waiter's going to leave and come back with something that maybe was not even what you were picturing when you said salad. There's chef salad, Greek salad, taco salad, chicken salad, garden salad, ambrosia salad, fruit salad, macaroni salad, shrimp salad, egg salad. We can go on forever about different kinds of salads. Some people get all fancy and they put pumpkin seeds and I don't know what and all kinds of things in their salad. There's a billion ways that you can make a salad. So this experience is helping you figure it out, helping you narrow it down. What is love for you? This is one of the things you came here to learn. This is one of your experiences. And sometimes we don't know, we're not sure. It's like, that's a good question. What is love? I don't know, because I manifested this person and I'm still not feeling it. So you might encounter different people. And it's like being at a buffet. And you're tasting, you're nibbling to figure out what you like and what you don't like. What satisfies you and what doesn't satisfy you. You're learning it and you're figuring it out. And because for a lot of you, it's because you did not see a good example of it in your childhood, or you didn't feel a whole lot of love when you were a kid. And now you're having to figure it out. But that's what you came here to figure out. So you will figure it out. But you're having an experience. Okay, is this the salad that you asked for? Well, I don't know, it has some of the components, but you know what? I was really hoping, now that I think about it, I was really hoping, like, this needs a little bit more texture. I need something in this salad. I need some croutons. I need some crunchy cucumbers. I need something. This is helping you figure out what you need. You're figuring it out. So be patient with yourself and trust yourself to make the right decisions. The next card that's coming up here is the Queen of Cups, right? If you have a water sign placement, this could be you kind of healing in these areas, or you coming into the situation with these energies. You could be dealing with a water sign person, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But for me, in my readings, when the Queen of Cups comes up, it tells me that emotional self-care is the key to your success in this situation. Please excuse the loud snoring. It's my rescue doggy. I rescued him from the shelter not that long ago. He's very attached to me. So you might be hearing some background noise in future videos. Right now, you might be hearing him snore. But we'll let it slide. So I know traditionally the Queen of Cups in love videos can be, or love readings can be seen as wifey, right? Like wife, mother, motherhood. And this could be an energy that some of you are coming into and manifesting. This could be a type of person. Maybe you're trying to manifest a wife or a mother of your children, and this is something you could be calling in. But for me, in my readings, the Queen of Cups says that emotional self-care is the key to success in this situation for you. So by emotional self-care, this means that you need to give yourself time to honor your feelings and to feel them and to ride them through. This can be really challenging, you know, if you're somebody that you have a lot of responsibilities. You know, you can't just wake up and say, oh, I don't want to go to work today because I'm sad, when you have bills to pay and you got to keep a roof over your head. Maybe you have kids that are relying on you, that are depending on you. You got to keep food on the table. You got to keep that roof over your head. And you're like, well, I got to suck it up and I got to go to work. I can't sit here and be sad today. But you have to set aside time to feel those feelings. If it's putting the kids to bed and staying up a little bit and not distracting yourself, you know, not vegging out and watching TV to just kind of forget about things, or not, you know, having a smoke or having a drink to kind of take the edge off, but to actually let yourself feel the feeling. Or get distracted and say, oh, I'm going to organize all the cabinets. I'm going to do some cleaning. I'm going to do some organizing. Yeah, that can seem very productive, but you're avoiding the emotional situation. And Queen of Cups says that the key to success in this situation is to make time to honor your feelings. If you want somebody in your life that's going to care about your feelings, that's going to comfort you, that's going to soothe you, that's going to console you, that's going to hold you when you need it, you have to be honoring your feelings. If you don't honor your feelings, if you don't give your feelings time, if you don't give your feelings consideration, how are you going to call in a relationship with a person who's going to do that for you if you're not doing it for yourself? Every relationship that we have is a reflection of the relationship we have with ourselves. So if you're wanting more supportive people, somebody who has more heart, somebody who is a little bit more compassionate and loving and soothing and considerate, and who's going to hold that emotional space for you, you have to stop pushing down your feelings. If you're angry, you got to give yourself that time to be angry. If you're sad, you got to give yourself that time to be sad. Maybe you want to, you know, be in your little emo energy and listen to your sad songs. Or be angry and, you know, find a healthy outlet for that anger. If it's screaming into a pillow, if it's taking up kickboxing or some other activity where you can like vent your aggressions or your anger. You got to make space in your life for it. And then give yourself time to soothe those feelings. What's going to make me feel better? What's going to soothe me? What's going to console me? Maybe it's through creativity. Maybe it's through reading. Maybe it's through journaling. Maybe it's through film. But you have to honor your emotional space. Because once you start doing this, then you're going to really start feeling the love. Some of you are just frustrated because you're like, I don't know how to feel loved. People come up to me, people tell me they love me, but I don't know how to feel love. This is it right here. That emotional space. The next card here for you is the Seven of Pentacles. And Seven of Pentacles says, Aries, maybe you feel like your path to love has been harder for you than for other people. And you might be frustrated. And you might be saying, what have I done wrong? Seven of Pentacles says, keep at it. You've done a good job planting the seeds. You've done a good job watering. And now is the time to let nature do its thing. To let the seeds grow. To let them sprout. To let them flourish. To let them thrive. You will have your harvest. You will have your fruit. Trust in the process. Okay, you're almost there. And you're going to be able to enjoy and to feel this love. But it comes down to making that emotional space for yourself in your life. and being in that emotional self-care. I hope this was helpful, my darlings. Maybe it didn't resonate. That's fine. Sometimes, it's not going to resonate every single time. Sometimes your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You might want to check out those. Don't forget the weekly forecasts where we talk about everything other than love. Please feel free to check out the 2022 forecasts, which are linked in the description of this video. Private readings with me can be scheduled at calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful new year.